Hey peeps, my name is Naisha and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to give you my review on Bitten. Bitten is a story that you can play on choices, story you play. Also, there will be spoilers, so just want to let you know you've been warned, there will be spoilers. Anywho, Bitten. It says, you thought you were passing through an ordinary small town, but an encounter with two sexy, mysterious strangers will change your life forever. Now, you play as Lila. Lila is going by this town, and when you first meet her, she's afraid of something. It's like something's following her type of vibe. And you do get to meet the two love interests early on. You get to their name are, well, I'm gonna shorten Alex's name, but his name is Alexander, but I'm gonna just call him Alex. And then we have Skylar. And of course, like right off the bat, Skylar and Alex don't like each other. And we find out right pretty quickly because you're being attacked by something like paranormal. And we find out that Skylar is a werewolf and Alex is a vampire. And of course, it becomes this whole love triangle situation because you fall in love with Skylar and Alex while also trying to figure out why this paranormal being is basically wreaking havoc on your life. Because um we find out early on, the character Lila, that she has always moved from town to town, and she's always stayed like at a place for 1 month. And I'm not gonna lie, I think this part ticks me off. Let me explain. Because I'm thinking they move town from month to month. And it's like, and not only was she doing this, but her mother was doing this, and her grandmother was doing this, and her great grandma was doing this. And again, like, how can you travel like that with kids? Also, is is your family rich? Cause how are you traveling like month to month? And I understand that our main character, cause like Lila, she's a photographer, a traveling photographer. She travels around the world and takes pictures of different small towns and things like that. And it's like, is that a lucrative business? Like, I'm just curious. Let me know down in the comments below if that's a lucrative business, because I was like, interesting. I just was like, hmm. But anywho, we also get to meet different side characters. I'm not gonna lie, my favorite side character in the story was Peter. Peter was my favorite because Peter was so like feisty. And I'm not talking about like well, I'm gonna say feisty, but he was just so real in my opinion. Like, even though he was a fairy, he was just so realistic. Cause like everything he said, like everything he was telling Lila and stuff, like would be the same thing I would tell a person, or just like someone in general would tell a person. Like, like he was just so relatable and funny. I actually enjoyed Peter. I wouldn't mind knowing Peter's backstory. Shoot, not only that, but I wouldn't mind if Peter find love and stuff like that. I wouldn't mind if there was a story about Peter finding love, because I'm not gonna lie, I actually enjoy Peter, and not only Peter, but I also enjoyed Grace as well. And I'm not gonna lie, let me know in the comments below, especially those who have played Bitten, if you didn't choose Alex, was Grace, do Grace flirt with Alex? Because the only reason why I'm asking is because I could see Alex and Grace, you know, getting together. Like I can actually see that. So that's all I want to know. But anywho, we find out that the paranormal, the supernatural creature that is basically wreaking havoc on Lila's life is a succubus. And um we do find out like why the succubus is after her, and basically we find out, especially later on in the story, that Lila's great grandmother made a deal with the succubus, but reneged on the deal once the great grandma realized, was like, the great grandma was like, nah, I don't want to do that. So she just has been on the run ever since. And then the great grandma didn't realize that her doing that basically made her whole family, now her whole family has to pay her debt, and with the women in her family had to pay her debt. And of course, Lila wasn't going to pay her great grandma's debt, but she was able to get out of it because the succubus was aiming, like, because at the end the succubus was aiming to kill Alex, and Lila basically got in the way of her, like, using, like, basically like doing the killing blow. And by her doing that, the succubus killed Lila. So that means that basically means that, like, Lila and her whole family got out of that contract. And so now Lila could do whatever she want to and stuff like that, because her yeah, because like she was, because it was kind of like how, if you watch um Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows 2, how, Voldemort basically does the killing curse on Harry, but he doesn't really kill Harry. He just kills a part of himself that was hiding in Harry. That's kind of what it gave, what Bitten gave at the end. And of course, you do get a happy ending with the two main characters, if you did decide to basically be with both of them. And it's actually kind of cute, because at the end you could even ask them, like, maybe y'all could do something with each other. I thought that was the most funniest thing ever, because you don't get that type of option, and I mean, you don't ever get that option. So to get that option to basically tell them that y'all could probably do something with each other, that was hilarious to me and stuff like that, because like that has never been an option. But that would be kind of cute though. Like, okay, like, I'm not gonna lie, it's like some type of erotic. I could see someone like making an erotic book on it. But I'm gonna be honest, I would give this story a 3 out of 5 stars, cuz it was okay. Like, don't get me wrong, I like it because, hey, I was able to finish it. However, there was certain stuff that it felt like it was like very unrealistic. Like the whole she has to leave a place like every month, like every at the end of every month. And it's like that's like very unrealistic. Now I can understand if it was like she has to leave a place every like year or every 2 year type of situation, but like after the end of the month she has to, that's just I don't know, that's very unrealistic. Another thing, and this is just me, but I'm thinking to myself, I don't know. Like the intimate scenes were nice, but I don't know, the book kind of fell flat to me. I feel like I know, well, for me personally, it fell flat because like like we didn't like it's like everything was like very like a slow build, and I don't know. I couldn't really get jiggy with it because it's like we didn't know what the supernatural creature was. They always hid themselves. It was always like a shadow type of situation. And then when you do find out who the creature is, the creature took so damn long to tell Lila what she really want. And when she finally tell Lila what she really want, is I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of like you guess. Basically, you could guess what she wanted, and I don't know. It was just like underwhelming. Like even the ending, I didn't really care for the ending. Like don't get me wrong, like the intimate scene is nice. However, I don't know. I kind of wish there was like a epilogue, like a few years or something, to just end with them just like in bed and they finished doing what they was doing and they just you know talk and stuff like that. I don't know, it's just I don't like the ending. I just felt like it ended too quickly in a way there was no epilogues. I just feel like if this is a one I feel like if this is like a one book type of story, like and stuff like that, I feel like there needs to be like a epilogues or something to like wrap it in a pretty bow, because it was just wasn't really all that. Not to mention, I don't know, it like Skylar and Alex tension gets kind of boring. Like at first it was like, oh, okay, they got beef, but then it was like, yeah, I don't care. Like because like both of them knew that they was taking turns and stuff like that. Also the fact that um Lila um was Skylar fated mate, and she just happened to be human and stuff like that. I was like, for real? Because every time I hear fated mate, they're not they're not human. They're actually a werewolf. So to have a human, I was like, okay, this is interesting. This is interesting, but it's like, I don't know. I just felt like this was the one book that shouldn't have a love triangle, because I can't see an actual werewolf, an alpha at that, having to share his fated mate with a vampire. No, I can't see that. Like again, it was. I'm not gonna lie. It's a nice little fantasy, but realistically, like speaking, well, like I mean, I know realistic speaking, this isn't real, but I'm just saying, like from all the movies and TV shows and books and stuff, werewolves and vampires have always been enemies to each other. So it's like, I can't see them sharing a lover and stuff like that. Now no true, like even in True Blood, because I was like, I don't think Snooki, not Snooki, Sookie. I don't think Sookie went with the wolf. I don't know now. I haven't, like, I remember I watched a few episodes of True Blood, but I wouldn't know. Again, y'all gonna have to correct me in the comments below. But what I do know is that some of the stuff, it just was like, it was like, yeah, no, it's not really believable type of vibe. And I know that this book is literally vampires and werewolf, okay? Like, and stuff like that. Like, I get it. This is just fantasy. However, it's like, if we're gonna do fantasies, we should do it correctly. Because I just can't see a wolf, especially an alpha wolf, sharing his mate with a vampire. Like, he would kill that vampire. Like, straight up kill that vampire. We didn't even care about no treaty. Like, F the treaty. He would, like, And then I just can't see, like, a vampire sharing they love with a werewolf. I feel like the vampire would try to poison the werewolf, would try to do something. That's just me. But again, it was a nice book to read. Again, like I said, I give this a 3 out of 5. But like I said, it's mainly because of some of the reason. Like, it's the pace of, like, getting to the truth. Because it's like trying to find out, like, what happened, the truth of it all. I don't know. It's like, I know I wouldn't want the truth to be so quickly, but, like, when we, like, almost done with the story, it's like, come on, give me the truth already. And it's just, and not to mention how our character was like, oh my goodness, I'm in, again, close to the end of the story, she's like, oh my goodness, I'm in love with both Skylar and Alex. No ish. Like, again, the only saving grace is Peter. Peter is the reason why this story gets a 3 out of 5 stars, because it would have probably got a 2. But like I said, Peter is a gem. I actually enjoyed Peter. I actually didn't mind Alex either. Skylar, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know why, but he was giving me Tyler Posey from Teen Wolf. I don't know why, but that's the vibe he was giving me and stuff like that. But like a more annoying version of Tyler Posey, though, because I ain't gonna lie, Skylar was annoying at times. Alex too, but for the most time, Skylar was very annoying. It was kind of hard to, like, get to, yeah, it was hard to get to like him. It wasn't until, like, at the end and stuff like that. Like it wasn't until he gets serious and stuff like that. And that's when I'm like, oh, type of vibe. But yeah, that's what I thought about it. If I miss anything, I apologize and stuff like that. But just to recap, basically, Lila comes to this new town, hoping that it will be different than all the previous towns she's been to, because she's been having bad luck. But this town is very special. There are supernatural creatures there. She meets a werewolf and a vampire. They end up helping her with her problem. But although they do end up helping her with her problem. They do have conflict with themselves, and then again a whole bunch of other stuff that's happening because, like I said, the paranormal creature is causing havoc. Well, I didn't say it, but yeah, the paranormal creature was causing havoc around Lila. Like, people would get hurt because of her and things like that. Um, I again, there was this one moment where Peter said, like, "Trust me, if I could get rid of the bitch for you, I would." Like, something along those lines. I thought that was so funny. That's what I said. Peter was like my favorite part. You know what? I'm gonna bump this instead of a 3 out of 5 star, 3.5 out of 5 stars, and that's because of Peter. Because I'm telling you, love me some Peter. But let me know what you guys in the comments below think of Bitten. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Also, who did you pick? Did you go the route that I went, which was to just do a love triangle? Or did you actually choose one of them? If you did, who did you choose? Did you choose Skylar or Alex? And thank you for basically making it this far into this video. I appreciate everything you guys have done, especially those who actually watch. And if you ever want to like, share, and subscribe, that would be wonderful. And until next time, see